We are going to begin our discussion of the business case with the end in mind. We will take the next few minutes to describe what goes into a business case. Over the course of this module and the two that follow, we'll step through the process. As we do so, please keep the ultimate goal of creating an effective business case document in mind. The process of putting together the business case in many ways is more important than the document itself. Even though you have a strategic initiative in mind, it is likely you will modify your initial idea as you work through the business case. That is natural. By working through the process, you will gain new insights. These aha moments are an important part of the business case process. The process of creating a business case will clarify your thinking about your strategic initiative. It forces you to clarify and articulate vague notions that are rattling around in your head. Writing is thinking. The sooner you start writing, the better, even if it's only pieces of your business case. Effective business cases are hard work. It takes organizational skills, communication skills, analytical skills, and a bit of selling. You have to discover the needs of your stakeholders, extract data from multiple sources, whether it's time spent researching or talking to subject matter experts. A business case includes a compelling argument to senior management. The skills to put together a successful business case rarely reside in one person. Most business cases are a team effort. Besides, they're a lot of work. So it's best to divide and conquer. The structure of the business case is important. The structure frees your mind so it can focus on more important things like the actual content of the business case. We're going to follow a generic format. Many organizations have their own format. However, the good ones all share common features. All good business cases describe the problem or opportunity and the proposed alternatives. All business cases take a look at the various options. All business cases describe the value created in dollars and cents. They enumerate the costs and calculate the benefit. Business cases describe the precise economic value in terms of return on investment. All business cases explore the risks. They describe their assumptions and what could go wrong. Business cases address these risks so as to minimize them, but no strategic initiative is ever a sure thing. Every business case presents a timeline and a planning horizon. They describe what an organization can expect, but when to expect it. The business case serves as a guiding document to the development phase of the project that follows the business case approval. And the business case needs to respect the decision maker's time. The executive summary that answers key management questions at the very beginning is a key element of a good business case. We'll step through the format. However, if your organization has a prescribed format, we can certainly consider that format in lieu of the generic format here. If that's the case, let's talk. And as a team, we'll decide whether or not to use it. The executive summary comes first in the document, but you write it last. The executive summary provides the decision maker concise answers to his or her key questions that are top of mind. What is the new strategic initiative? Now, you need to describe the strategic initiative in terms of the problem solved or the opportunity seized. Other questions include, how do you intend to seize the opportunity or solve the problem? What are the key features and functions of the strategic initiative? Who will it benefit? What are the benefits for the organization? What is the return on investment? And when will the strategic initiative be available? What are the risks associated with the strategic initiative? And how do you intend to mitigate those risks? Conciseness is key. It is hard to be both thorough and concise. Mark Twain once said, "I did not have time to write you a short letter, so I wrote a long one instead." Make every word count. Avoid hyperbole. Keep your sentences short. 6 to 10 words is a good rule of thumb. The job of the executive summary is to answer the questions a decision maker has in the shortest time possible. The executive summary will do one of two things. First, it may create a compelling case for your strategic initiative. It will compel the decision maker to read on, and it will cast a favorable light on your business case. If done poorly, the executive summary may earn your business case a toss into the pile with the other business cases which have little interest for the decision maker. Please keep in mind, a well-written executive summary will never turn a bad idea into a good one, but a poorly written executive summary may prevent a good idea from seeing the light of day. The business context answers two key questions. Why is this the right project for the organization? And why is now the right time? This is where you present the problem or opportunity and how you will address that problem or opportunity. In the business context, you combine the information regarding current trends, what you know about your customers and users, and the technical and organizational capabilities that you can bring to bear. The next section is the analysis of alternatives. It's likely that there's more than one way to seize the opportunity or solve the problem. Describe those alternatives. State the pros and cons. Explain why you selected the alternative you did. You may need to refer to the financial analysis in this section. Here's a prime example of the process being more important than the document. A decision maker is likely more interested that you looked at alternatives than in the actual presentation of the alternatives. They may leave the scrutiny of this part of your business case to others. However, it is important that you ask the right questions and apply the rigor to your analysis so that the path you decide to take for your strategic initiative is the right one. Financial analysis. Here's where you get the crunch numbers. A good part of the work involved in the business case centers on the financial analysis. We will begin our development of the business case here, as the financial analysis informs the other elements of the business case. You will begin your business case analysis by presenting the financial costs and benefits. You will develop a budget and a cash flow statement. You will calculate the return on investment and net present value to quantify the economic value your strategic initiative will provide the organization. Let's talk about the next section, which is risk analysis. There is not a strategic initiative conceived that was a sure thing. In fact, the appearance of a sure thing and its actual likelihood may be inversely proportional. Once again, the act of conducting a risk analysis far outweighs anything you write about the risks. More important than the risks themselves are what you intend to do about them to keep those risks from actually becoming issues. Risk is the potential for harm. Its close cousin is uncertainty, which is the indefiniteness of any outcome that you may have. Risk and uncertainty arise because our strategic initiatives live in the future. As good as our analysis is, as good as we are at understanding trends, as good as we are at estimating costs and benefits, we can be wrong. There are black swans, after all. We will use two tools, the failure mode effects analysis and the sensitivity analysis, to address risk and uncertainty. The last section of the business case is the timeline. So far, you've defined your strategic initiative in terms of what, why, how much, and a little bit of how. Now is the time to answer the question of when. The timeline identifies key development milestones. This is a high-level timeline and not meant to be a detailed project plan. That comes later. What the timeline does do is outline the key steps and the planning horizon. The business case process is iterative, and the sections of the business case depend upon each other. The business context sets the stage, but the financial analysis is the heart of the business case, and that's where we'll start. It's easy to think that a business case is a linear process. It is not. Expect false starts, a bit of rework, and some course corrections along the way. As mentioned before, this is a team process. No one should expect a single person to create a business case. Each business case is unique. It presents its own challenges. Together, as a team, we will work through those unique challenges. This discussion of the anatomy of a business case should give you some direction to the journey you are about to embark upon. Let's get started.